troubles at your door. Oh, come on, let's tell it time to go. Oh, if there's one thing that I know, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it through. One step they're coming to. 'Cause as long as we are breathing, there's reason for believing. We're gonna make it through. There's nothing we can't do. There's nothing we can't do. Thunder gonna roll, but the night is where we glow. Everything will come and go. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it through. One step they're coming to. 'Cause as long as we are breathing, there's reason for believing. We're gonna make it through. There's nothing we can't do. There's nothing we can't do. We're gonna make it through. One step they're coming to. 'Cause as long as we are breathing, there's reason for believing. We're gonna make it through. One step they're coming to. 'Cause as long as we are breathing, there's reason for believing. We're gonna make it through. There's nothing we can't do. There's nothing we can't do. There's nothing we can't do. I was looking for a hiding place, quiet and safe, wanting nothing. Your eyes caught my gaze, and everything changed. I look around now and then, wanna find you again. All the highs, all the lows, you can find me in marigold.
We are gathered here in nature where sand and sea are connected as friends and family. We witness and celebrate the marriage of Simon and Candice. Today signifies the next chapter in their lives together. It is an outward expression of their intimacy and an acknowledgement of who they are in this moment and who they aspire to be together. And that's why this entire thing is shoes optional. They will affirm this bond formally and publicly, marking their transition as a couple, not only by celebrating the love between themselves, but by also celebrating the love between all of you who are here today and here in spirit. Without that love, today would be far less joyous. Okay, listen, if you're here, you're not just stopping by because you're in the neighborhood. No, you flew out to the middle of the Pacific Ocean because of these two, Candice and Simon. That's the magnetism these two have, the love that they engender. It spans oceans and time zones and members-only dating apps. Okay, let's talk about how Candice and Simon met, because in any other day and age, they shouldn't have. From the very beginning, online dating's gotten a pretty bad rap. There's either too few eligible options, or there's too many. It's too impersonal, or too invasive, or just too random. But at its best, online dating allows you to expand your circle and meet people you normally wouldn't meet. Like in the case of one surf-obsessed graphic designer living in Venice, California, getting matched with a hot Australian surfer musician fireman over 8,000 miles away. While some might be deterred by a time difference of 16 and a half hours and a commute that spans 1/3 of the globe's circumference, Candice and Simon were not. Maybe it's because Candice's type is sexy surfer musician fireman with an accent. But maybe it's because Simon's type is sexy surfer musician artist with an accent. Or maybe it's because they felt a kinship there, the start of something real. So they started talking online with no plans of ever really meeting in person. But then, something happened. In October of 2022, Simon planned a trip to the US to visit friends, which happened to be a few blocks from Candice in Venice Beach. Convenient, right? You two agreed to meet up on a date, even though Simon was only passing through, and his WhatsApp name was a pseudonym, Ty Webb, which was a source of great confusion. And even though Candice only goes out for the early bird special because she needs to be in bed in an hour that would make your grandmother blush. Despite all that, you did meet up. And 1 hour turned into 2, turned into 4. The best date of your entire life. You would both gush to friends afterwards. But life goes on, and 4 dates and a few days later, Simon had to return to Adelaide. Because while humans take vacation, fire never does. But then, just a month and a half later, another thing happened. Candice boarded a flight to Adelaide, ostensibly for a surf trip. But from what I've been told, Adelaide has 0 waves whatsoever, so solid alibi. That 2-week trip turned into a 4-week trip. Then 3 months, then 6, then 8, then an Australian partner visa, then a proposal, then a wedding license application between this eligible bachelor and this, what the Fijian Office of Births, Deaths, and Marriages officially calls, again, these are not my words, spinster. So while it might seem like the way you two met and then fell in love could have happened to anyone with an Instagram account and a friend cool enough to invite you to Raya, it really couldn't have. And it's because of this one thing that I really love about both of you, and it's that you both have such big hearts. Sometimes it's the people with the biggest hearts that are most reluctant to open up, because big hearts hurt the most. But not the two of you. You never closed off your hearts, never built those walls. You've never been afraid to gamble with your emotions, to give love a chance, no matter the odds, to take big swings, to cross oceans, to risk it all, to catch the wave, to pursue what deserves to be pursued in life, to never be half-assed, always whole-assed. And that's the two of you in a nutshell. 2 whole asses, 2 big hearts, and 2 gigantic smiles. Okay, so you two, we've reflected on the path that led you here, and will now witness the promises you will make to each other that will illuminate your path forward together. Candice, do you take Simon to be your husband, your best friend, and love for life?
I do.
Simon, do you take Candice to be your wife, your best friend, and love for life?
I do.
You have consented to the bond of marriage. It is time to share your vows that will guide you for years to come. Candice, please share your vows with Simon.
Simon, I believe in the pursuit of magic. A favorite writer of mine once said, "If given the chance, always trade your cow for a handful of magic beans." And while we could have fun imagining what a giant growing beanstalk might symbolize, the real magic is you and what you inspire in me. When I try to define what magic is, what love is, I believe it is to embrace the unexplainable, to hold multiple truths at the same time. My love for you stops time. It creates a sense of peace and stillness, but it also feels like my days with you pass too quickly. So much of our lives have already been lived, and I am only just meeting you now. It's not peaceful, it's an intense desire to hold on to them longer. Magic is the ocean on a beautifully overcast day where there are no shadows or edges, but also makes the world more vivid, like walking into sunlight after sleeping in a dark room. It breaks what I understand about the universe, yet makes complete sense. You, Simon, enhance my connection to magic. You inspire the hero inside me. You dial my amp up to 11. It feels impossible, but immutable. These are my promises to you. A beautiful and challenging aspect of being human is that we change. I promise to give you the freedom to change and to support you as you grow into your highest self, into whatever form that may be. In that statement, I understand that we're imperfect humans. We will disappoint each other. I will give you my sincerest effort to afford us the latitude for growth and trust that our successes are built on the mountain of our mistakes. In marriage, we will have our peaks and valleys, and in both, I promise to be your steadfast companion. I will seek joy with you, and even when the shadows of the valley grow long. If I could boil my promise to you down to its essence, it is this. Life asks us to make choices, to choose one path over another, one joy over another, one suffering over another. No matter what life asks of me, 1,000 times over, I choose you, and I vow to choose you until the end of my days.
Simon, please share your vows with Candice.
Candice, my love, you are my best friend. Well, that was quick, wasn't it? My soulmate, my confidant. I am so lucky to have found you. The brave little barnacle who was willing to see where this wild, uncharted journey would take us. How could I have deserved you? A gorgeous surfer, runner, artist, musician, Californian girl who is not only hilarious, but an organized, house-proud, and amazing woman. Your beautiful smile and positive, bubbly personality fills me with joy. Every time I'm met at the door with a "hello baby" or a "good morning." You motivate me to be the best person I can be. You are inspiration. Although I may not know what I did in a previous life to deserve you, I do know I will make sure that in this life I deserve to keep you. As your husband, I promise to love and respect you. I will support you, your hopes, your desires, and dreams. I will listen to you and be honest with you. I will be patient, strong, and dependable. I will be your rock. Life will test us, no doubt, but I promise that we will celebrate all the wins and endure all the losses together. Our journey has been full of so many wonderful surprises, and as your husband, I'm excited to hold your hand as we face all the challenges life has in store for us, the good, the bad, and the absolutely amazing. No one person or thing in this life is perfect by itself. We all have flaws and imperfections. However, two things can be perfect together. And I am so happy that those two things are you and I. I love you.
We witness and bless your vows for the lifetime of your marriage. And now come the rings, the final ritual in a wedding ceremony to make your commitment tangible. Your rings are the physical representation of the promises you have made to one another today. They symbolize the sanctity of your marriage and are a constant reminder of your love. Do we have some rings? Simon, place the ring on Candice's finger and repeat after me. I'm going to give you a mic. No one was here for me. Okay. With this ring, I, Simon, take you, Candice, to be no other than yourself.
With this ring, I, Simon, take you, Candice, to be no one other than yourself.
Loving what I know of you and trusting what I do not yet know.
Loving what I know of you and trusting what I do not yet know.
I will respect your integrity and have faith in your abiding love for me.
I will have respect in your integrity and have
Faith in your abiding love for me.
faith in your abiding love for me.
Through all our years and in all that life may bring us.
Through all of our years and through all that life may bring us.
Candice, place the ring on Simon's finger and repeat after me. With this ring, I, Candice, take you, Simon, to be no other than yourself.
With this ring, I, Candice, take you, Simon, to be none other than yourself.
Loving what I know of you and trusting what I do not yet know.
Loving what I know about you and trusting what I do not yet know.
I will respect your integrity and have faith in your abiding love for me.
I will respect your integrity and have faith in your abiding love for me.
Through all our years and in all that life may bring us.
Throughout all of our years and all that life may bring us.
When you look at these rings on your hands, be reminded of this moment, your commitment, and the love you now feel for each other. With the blessing of all that is love, you are now joined in this most sacred commitment of marriage. You may now kiss as husband and wife. With the power vested in me by AmericanMarriageMinistries.com and its 30-second sign-up form, I now pronounce you husband and wife.
I've been drifting, dreaming of that place. The moment we made If you got a drum, I've got your beat. We'll make our own path through whatever comes. I'll be your rock when the going's tough. Because there's no love like our love. Oh, and I know that we'll find days harder than these. Oh, but I swear I'll keep you safe right here with me. So if you're gonna run, then run with me. If you got a drum, I've got your beat. We'll make our own path through whatever comes. I'll be your rock when the going's tough. Because there's no love like our love.
Everybody, get on the floor and let's dance. Don't fight the feeling, give yourself a chance. Shake, 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 shake your booty, shake your booty. Oh, shake, 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 shake your booty, shake your booty. Oh, you can do it very well. You're the best in the world, I can tell. Oh, shake, 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 shake your booty, shake your booty. Oh, shake, 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 shake your booty, shake your booty.
Rightio. So, first of all, the Chief wanted me to pass on a message to you, Simon. Unfortunately, you need to report to his office on your return. He is supplying you with an invoice for the overtime recalls that you've created with all the fireys here tonight. My name's Dylan. This is Jack and Dill. I don't know if you know the nursery rhyme. Jack and Dill went up the hill to fetch a pint of lager. Jack fell down and drank Dylan's beer.
I do not have any jokes to top that, I'm sorry. So if everyone wants to just stay seated, we're going to be bringing out the food shortly. We'll have a bite to eat, and then we'll get into some speeches and some further entertainment. Are you going to do it right now? No, we are. Yeah. I was right. Don't listen to him. Listen to me. Okay. That's it. Here's the food out.
Baby, I'm yours. Oh, sorry. I'm very nervous. Baby, I'm yours, and I'll be yours until the stars fall from the sky. Yours until the rivers all run dry. In other words, until I die. Baby, I'm yours. Baby, I'm yours. And I'll be yours until the sun no longer shines. Yours until the poets run out of want you to love me when I'm feeling down. I want you above me. I search myself. I want you to find me. Forget myself. I want you to remind me. I don't want anybody else. When I think about you, I touch myself. Oh, I don't want anybody else. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Baby, I'm yours. Baby, I'm yours. And I'll be yours until the sun no longer shines. Yours until the poets run out of rhyme. In other words, until the end of time. La, da, da, da. La, da, 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 da. La, da, 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 da. Until the end of time. Thank you.
Right. All right. A rebuttal. That's very, very good for someone who doesn't play music in front of crowds. Huh? Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. That's okay. So I was trying to choose a song to sing, and well, I actually wasn't trying to choose a song to sing to start with. I thought, well, the wedding's going to be hectic enough anyway, and we do this, we'll do that, and everything's like fine. And Candice was like, "Do you want to play a song?" I was like, "No, I'm good. I'll be fine. We'll be socialising and everything." And then maybe a couple of days later, "You want to play a song at the wedding?" No, I'm pretty good. I'm fine, or whatever. She's like, "This will be the only wedding you haven't sung at. It will be your own." I was like, "Oh, I think she wants me to play a song." So with the help of my best mate, Amiel, we have a song for you. Do you know it? I got you. You know I heard you say a blossom to a beautiful day. Sunlight keeps shining on my face, and I'll see you even in deep outer space. And all in time, I'm gonna see you again and again. And every night, I'm gonna hold you, and then before the light, I will rescue you, then I'll begin. Start it over again. I love it, and how you clear my way. Blossom into a brand new day. In your eyes, you know I found my place. And I see you, you are my saving grace. And all in time, I'm gonna see you again and again. Every night, know I hold you, and then before the light, I will rescue you, then I'll begin. Start it over again.
don't ever wanna miss you. I don't ever wanna forget you the way you are today. And all in time, you know I see you again and again. And every night, you know I hold you, and then before the light, I will rescue you, then I'll begin to start it over again. Thank you very much. Thanks, guys. That's great.
Sorry, feedback. Jack and I are now going to sing a song to each other. Jack, if you wouldn't mind, assume the position. No. So we're just going to have a little 10-minute break. Make sure you grab yourself a drink. I believe speeches are going to be post the 10-minute break. Correct? Toast coming up. Please grab a drink. Make sure you've eaten enough. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Baldy's gone 5 minutes. All right. So 5 minutes. Rush the bar. Swarm the bar. And you've got 5 minutes. Thank you very much. Has everyone got a drink? Are we ready? Quick, get one. Go, 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 quick, quick, quick. Oi. Don't worry, Sharon. Let's go back. Let's hang out back here with your bride and groom and the family. Yes, yes, it is working. Jack, come and sing me a song. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to have the firefighters. Come on. Stand up, all of you. No, not really. So now we're going to have the father and the mother of the groom, Kim and Sharon, make their speech. Make sure you're eyeballing.
Hello everyone, my name is Kim. I'm the father of the groom. It gives Sharon and myself immense pride in witnessing the wedding of Candice and Simon here in Fiji, surrounded by both families and close friends making this special effort to join with Candice and Simon celebrating their wedding union. I would like to extend our appreciation for the way Carol, Benjamin and Kaylida have accepted Simon into their families. Today is the end and the beginning of an era. As you know, Simon is an employee of the MFS, the Metropolitan Fire Service of South Australia. In previous years, the MFS produced a charity fundraiser in the form of a calendar. Haven't got to it yet. The Hall of Flame, which there are some people here tonight, members of that Hall of Flame. Where hopeful young recruits would bulk up, buff up, and expose their well-oiled physiques for a photo shoot, usually holding a piece of MFS apparatus that they would never use in their entire employment. 2011, Simon became Mr. January. End of an era. He now becomes Candice's man for all seasons, summer, autumn, winter and spring. Now, if you haven't seen the photo, Candice has Mr. January on her phone screensaver. When Simon introduced us to Candice 2 years ago, we instantly saw how attractive she is. We realised how very intelligent and her personality shines through. I suggested it to Candice a couple of times in her choice of beau. Candice, you can do better. However, I was only joking and I believe she realised it. They love each other and it shows, and that's all that matters. If I was to advise Simon in marriage, 7 words to remember. Yes, dear, you're right, I am sorry. We love you both, and I'm sure everyone will join with me wishing them great happiness in their journey together, wherever it takes them. Candice and Simon.
Right, that's a little bit hard to upstage, but I've been asked to write a bit of a rhyme. I usually write them, I don't read them, but tonight I'm doing both, so just bear with me if I stumble a bit. So Candice and Simon, a love across the oceans. So here I am to tell a tale of 2 wandering souls colliding, how a handsome Aussie surfer met a gorgeous surfer US residing. I think it's only fair to say that Simon would not have thought that the love of his life and his future wife would come from that plane ticket board. Now, though worlds apart in distance, it seemed fate and Cupid decided that this Australian bachelor boy should surf the waves where she resided. Gore was a long way from Venice Beach, where young Simon was born and raised. A country town in coastal Oz, surf beaches, hot summer days. A firefighter by profession, red trucks, sirens, loud lights are flashing. Speeding to all things fire and smoke, cats up trees, cars are crashing. His bachelor days were actively filled, friends and sport, music and travel, but on this particular overseas jaunt, his solo life began to unravel. 'Twas Venice Beach, far from Goa, where surfing artist Candice he'd find. Stunning beaches, fashions and bright lights, and here their souls entwined. She an amazing graphic designer, websites, artwork to behold, a life busy, beachy and colourful, a free spirit, a heart of gold. She thrived on the beach and surfing, her painting, her fitness, her friends. She ran along the Venice seafront with its cafes, sunsets and trends. Stunningly beautiful, hair cascading, independent, funny and bright, much loved by all who knew her. Her laugh and smile the room would light. She would never have been thinking how in a heartbeat life would change her as she headed out on a date night with this random Australian stranger. Sorry, someone. Though living worlds apart in distance, their journey seemed predestined. His flights booked homeward bound, she initially, their first date, questioned. Because she had other things to do and didn't have much time to meet this guy from Australia over dinner and a wine. And he was heading home to Oz, catching that long-haul flight. No chance that he could, would or should be anything like her, Mr. Wright. But fortunately, sense prevailed, they met, priorities were changing. Across a table of wine-filled glasses, a second date they were arranging. Because they had much in common, a passion for music, surf and beaches, in hard work, red wine and fitness, and travel to far-off reaches. He a guitar-strumming singer, she a ukulele singer too. She'd travelled the world solo, something Simon loved to do. She stunned him, this alluring beauty, as he stopped over in LA diminished. Both knew they wanted more before their brief dalliance had finished. Neither wished to say goodbye as they canoodled on the beach at Venice. He had to go, she had to stay. International distance proved a menace. Well, love can be life-changing, for our couple it proved to be. Candice in a wetsuit flew to Oz, and into Simon's arm, and life was she. Weeks became months, months into years, their mutual love was deep and flourished. Happy families met, life plans made, each other's dreams they nourished. Candice, an exquisite cook, all things beans and lentil based, saw Simon's meat consumption drop and a healthy lifestyle he embraced. The fridge is now full of fresh and health, whereas once was beer and meat. His wardrobe of Fiery's t-shirts are now organised and neat. Their house, once awash with guitars and gin, sandy surfboards stacked up high, and now a gallery of artworks, plants and design, fragrant scents and brew coffee waft by, both embracing the other's lifestyle and all the wonderful union brings, the sharing, the caring, the daring, Candice's yang to Simon's yin. It's a joy to celebrate and share what can only a love story be. What began in the surf of Venice Beach, now a marriage in the surf of Fiji. We love you both so deeply, two beautiful souls, a journey begun. In love and life and as man and wife, you both have definitely won. Congratulations.
All right, what a wonderful poem and speech. Can we get another hand for the father and mother of the groom? Also, just looking around the room, I noticed a bit of a sad trend. Do you guys know how to do a toast properly? All right, when someone says, here's to the bride and groom, I think we have to hold our drinks up. We cheer, and we take a sip. That's a little better. All right, I would now like to invite the mother of the bride, Carol Davis, up for her speech.
Thank you all for coming. It's incredible and a rare privilege to have people from all over the world to come and say great things about your kid. When I was trying to figure out what I would say, I came across a story, and it's so uncanny that it describes Simon and Candice so perfectly that I want to share it all with you all. And here it is, and this may be the last time I get to read a fairy tale to my little girl. And here it is. Once upon a time, there lived a fair maiden in the land of Venice. No, not Italia, but in California. Venice, California. This fair maiden was swift of feet and long of hair, makes Asian dumplings and a mean brew of secret hot sauce. Not to mention, she's known to make her own furniture, tile her own patio, and even weave her own baskets and rugs. The fair maiden is most known for creating much magic in her land, with a brush and a palette of paints in one hand, and a mouse and a computer a-buzzing in the other. She creates much beauty for many a kingdom. Our fair maiden's light attracted many suitors from near and far. But no shining knight captured our maiden's heart in the land of Venice, California. In Venice, California, there were no water riders who can surf and say, "Good day." In Venice, California, there were no crooners who could sing her heart song, "Good day." This fair maiden had many fair friends, and they held huge barbecue parties, that is, in her native tongue. Sometimes they'd get so hot and wild that the whole house would catch on fire. Sometimes whole buildings, even whole forests. Sometimes the fires were so big and wild that they would burn for days because no one was strong or brave enough to put out the fire in Venice, California. But things were about to change. Let me explain. This fair maiden suffered from sadness and distress. So she beseeched the sorceress of Halloween, who said, "You must become a cat and open the door even if something from down under comes lurking in the night at the magic hour." So this fair maiden held a giant Barbie with her fair friends one hallowed night. At a magic hour, lo, she became a cat. But surprise, the fair maiden forgot to tend the Barbie, and the whole place caught on fire. With flames high and smoke everywhere, a knock at the door came. A tall creature appeared, a donkey, and said, "Hee-haw, good day." Smitten in her heart, she asked, "From whence do you hail? From California?" "Nay, from Australia, from down under." "Hee-haw." Immediately, Donkey swept her up in his donkey arms and carried said fair maiden cat out of her burning house, then ran back to the house to put out the fire, then ran back to the maiden, swept her up in his donkey arms again, and jumped onto the water rider board with her in his arms. "Where are we going?" asked Cat. "To my kingdom, where I'll always sing you my love song, always keep you safe in my arms from burning Barbies, and always ride with you the waters of the seven seas." And so every year, around the night of the Hallowed Saints, also known as Halloween, at a certain magic hour, one will see a cat and a donkey riding the waves and singing, "Good day, mate," happily ever after. Congratulations, Candice. Congratulations, Simon. Welcome to the company. To the company? Yeah, okay, to the family. And I love you both so much. I'm so proud of you. And this marriage is the fairy tale that I had always hoped for. The end.
Wow, thank you, Carol. That's an amazing fairy tale. I can't follow that up with any sort of joke or anything. So I'm going to introduce the father of the bride, Ben. Welcome aboard, Ben.
Well, I have to agree with everything that's been said so far about Candice and Simon. They're a wonderful couple and beautiful. But I thought I'd give a little perspective on what it was like being Candice's father when she was young. Now, I was told to be nice. I was told not to have any jokes about the 3 rings of marriage, you know, the engagement ring, the wedding ring, and then the suffering. You know, and also not to express my anxieties as a father when your daughter's getting a little older and she still hasn't found someone, you know? but I thought I would just go back to when she was young. You know the little limerick about sons and daughters. You know, daughters are sugar and spice and everything nice. And no, that's not Candice. There were more, you know, toads and snails and puppy dog tails. And she was always as venturesome as could be. And one thing that came to my memory was me coming home from work, and we had a backyard, we had a tennis court, we had a high fence, and we had a light standard. And she's about 5 years old, and I come into the driveway, and I park the car, and I see her sitting on top of the light standard of the tennis court light. Hi, Daddy. And I go, oh my God, how did she get there? And more importantly, how does she get down, you know? I even thought I was going to have to call a fireman to rescue me. And it ends up the fireman does both. He marries my daughter and he rescues her. And I just want to say a toast to them, and I love them much.
All right. Thanks again for sticking with us. What we're going to do now is just keep rolling through our speeches while we have everybody's attention. So I'd like to introduce the sister of the bride, Elizabeth.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Elizabeth, Candice's little sister. It's such an honor to be here with you all today in such a beautiful place, celebrating two of my favorite people in the world. Growing up with Candice as my big sister means I've witnessed and sometimes suffered through the many phases of her evolution. Sorry, taking my earplugs out. There was one chapter I like to call the Queen of Darkness era. Imagine thick black eyeliner, studded bracelets, punk band t-shirts, an emo haircut, of course, and a penchant for scaring her little sister. So when I was 9 years old, I had a favorite little girl doll with a recordable voice box. Until Candice kidnapped her and recorded the message, "Hello, my name is Damien. My favorite number is 666. I tried to get rid of the doll after Candice convinced me it was possessed, only for Candice to adopt her, rename her Chucky Lynn, and lovingly give her a makeover of short, spiky hair, whited out eyes, and fishnets drawn on with Sharpie. I have an exhibit. Chucky Lynn? Chucky Lynn? Chucky Lynn? Candice fashioned a metal chain around Chucky Lynn's neck to sling her over her shoulder and take to school as a goth statement piece to terrorize the other kids. I still have the occasional nightmare of Chucky Lynn chasing me down the hallways with a knife, so thank you for that. Candice's rebellious streak continued. Like with her high school voicemail, instead of a polite, "Hi, you've reached Candice," her message blared a 90s hip-hop song that went a little like this. "Shake that ass, B, let me see what you got. Just shake that ass, B, let me see what you got." Our parents were thrilled. But actually, I think you got grounded for that. So, And while I wasn't there for all her antics, like displaying her poop in a container for art class at NYU, she apparently got a perfect score on this assignment, art school. I think we can all agree that Candice fully commits to her choices. Hand in hand with her brazenness, Candice has always had a penchant for adventure. I once watched a preteen Candice attempt to sail a Hobie Cat boat through a lightning storm with our brother Ben, while our dad screamed at her from the dock. I don't think that was the day that she fell in love with the ocean. Fast forward to today, the Candice we all know is a rad surfer painter babe with sun-kissed hair, an infectious laugh, and the biggest, brightest smile. She fills art gallery walls with breathtaking watercolors, wakes up at the crack of dawn to catch waves or run a few miles. And it was built a vibrant community of friends with the Venice Barnacles. Who could believe that's the same girl as the goth doll whisperer? Candice is driven, creative, and effortlessly stylish. She may not agree with that, but I think it's true. More importantly, she's someone who puts in the work, whether it's in her relationships, her career, her personal growth, or practicing in-sync choreography until we nail every bye, bye, bye. Candice is a sister who loves her family unconditionally despite our eccentricities. When I was in my Johnny Depp phase as a teen, I lost a tiny framed picture of him that I carried around with me everywhere. To console me, she lovingly handcrafted a new and improved one that I could wear around my wrist so I would never lose it again. She's the first to build me up and encourage me to keep pursuing my creative endeavors, even when I feel like giving up. And I take comfort in knowing that whatever life throws at us, we will always have each other's back. I am so inspired by Candice's dedication to living her best, boldest life. And now, Simon has ushered in a new chapter. I have to admit, when I heard they met on Raya, I had doubts. The dating app has a reputation for featuring narcissistic LA influencers and minor celebrities. Was Simon some D-list Australian reality TV star? No. Just a wonderful, actually well-adjusted guy who happened to casually pose shirtless for a hunky fireman calendar. But somehow, despite an ocean between them, Candice and Simon found each other, and thank God that they did. Simon, you're everything Candice deserves, a joyful, fun-loving, solid rock of a partner. You share her love of adventuring, singing, red wine, and rotting on the couch, binging an entire show in one day after a night out dancing. You're the perfect combination of playful and grounded, creating space for Candice's big heart to blossom. It's been amazing to see you two combine your lives and build a home together after Candice swapped Venice for Adelaide. The kitchen island looks great, and shout out to the fireys who hauled it inside. I'm so happy Candice finally found her person. You've embraced her quirks, her friends, and I couldn't be more thrilled to call not just you, but Dale, Anthony, Sharon, and Kim family. Candice and Simon, you're proof that life rewards bold, adventurous hearts. So here's to many more adventures, endless laughter, and a lifetime of building a beautiful reality together. And now, we all know how important dancing is to these two lovebirds. So when we're on that dance floor, I want to see you all shake that ass, and let me see what you got. To Candice and Simon.
Sorry, we forgot to tell you about don't walk in front of the speaker. Wow. Jerry, we'll talk about the poo later. Jerry, I'm talking to you. We'll talk about the poo later. Your art school. We'll talk about that. Different school? Oh, well, we won't talk about it later. Candice will talk about the poo later. Maybe we'll talk about some other things as well. our daughter is very much like you, and yeah, it's good to know. Second best man, Emil, it is your turn to speak.
Thank you, Dylan. Sorry, I'm not used to being up on stage. Just bear with me. My name is Emil Matthews. Simon has been my best friend for over 3 months. As second best man, or as Will kindly put it, first worst man, it is my duty to give a speech that educates others about Simon and not embarrass him, unless absolutely necessary. For those of you who are not fully acquainted with Simon, I'll give you the essential pros and cons before you decide whether you like him or not. I'll start with the cons. Simon is an extremely likeable guy. He makes friends wherever he goes, whether the other party likes it or not. Speaking of parties, this is something Simon was always up for. Now, the con being that I'm an introvert and I got dragged into the nightlife more often than I preferred. So tonight, his wedding night might actually be the only exception. The one time that does come to mind when Simon was not likeable was in an airport in the Czech Republic when he fell asleep and the plane missed its allotted departure time. Consequently, he was booed when he got on the plane. For those of you who've had the honour of drinking with Simon, you'll know that he's a happy drunk, singing and dancing regardless of whether there's any music playing or not. You'll also need to know that he is a very heavy drunk. And when I say heavy, I mean all 90 odd kilos of him. While living in our share house, Ben Engel, a good mate of ours who unfortunately can't be here tonight, we had to carry Simon out of the car, into the house and down our 10-metre hallway of the share house. Now, I have completed the Tough Mudder Challenge, right? And my beautiful wife and I, Heidi, we do personal training with a guy called Trevor Gilmeister. He played rugby for Australia, he played for Queensland, and he was also played for the Broncos, and his nickname was the Axe. So we do personal training with the Axe. That still pales in comparison to carrying Simon down that hallway. I don't know much about physics, but his mass is extremely deceptive. So, Candice, I would start doing your squats now. Answering his phone. Now, I know Kim will back me up on this. We talked earlier. Or not answering his phone, as the case may be. I cannot tell you the amount of times that I've called for a chat and was intercepted by his gatekeeping message of, "Hi, you've called Simon. I can't get to the phone right now. Bullshit! Please leave a message and I'll call you back." Also bullshit! He doesn't call you back. Well, at least not in the same calendar year. Yeah, you say. The last con is his analysis paralysis. Simon takes forever to make a decision. He really doesn't want to waste time, money, or effort by making the wrong choice. Case in point, getting married at 43. However, when he finally does make up his mind, you know he has looked at every angle, he has weighed every option, he has done cost-benefit analysis, so you know it is without doubt that he is making the best possible choice. So, now onto the pros. Simon is a firefighter. He graduated Dux of his class, Drill Squad 41, shout out. Now, there's this mythical story about an exercise that these recruits had to do. They had to go into a darkened maze/obstacle course and drag out a 90-kilo dummy, and I need to stress this, I had to do it in pairs. Now, the supervising instructor remarked that in the 20-odd years that he's been overseeing this exercise, Simon was the only one to do it by himself. And as far as I know, the only one since. So, 41, fact check me if you need to. But, so, which I thought was pretty bloody remarkable. So I've always thought that having a big S on his chest and a big red cape would not be out of place. He is a first responder to the Corps. Literally, the first night that Heidi and I moved into our house in Brisbane, yes, he flew to Brisbane to help us move. That first night, there was a single car accident on the road behind our house. Within seconds, Simon was out there directing traffic, giving tasks to other Good Samaritans, and attending to the lady in the car. Fortunately, she wasn't seriously injured, but he stayed with her until the paramedics arrived to keep her calm. Like I said, an S on his chest, not out of place. So Simon is a top bloke. We met in guitar lessons at age 14 and were pretty much inseparable for the entirety of high school. Rollerblading together, writing songs together, and playing in bands together. And this continued through our 20s. Playing in the band, unfortunately, not the rollerblading. He's still one of the best songwriters I know. He's also probably the main reason I don't have a large group of friends. He set the standard pretty high. And he's also the unofficial godfather to my son Tate. Simon has one of the quickest wits I've ever been the victim of. I've cried and cried from laughing with this guy more than anyone else. He is my original soulmate. Had we been gay, it would have saved me a lot of money and heartache. Relationships. Now, Simon's been in relationships before, that's no secret. Heidi and I even tried matchmaking with him, and we failed miserably. Why? Couldn't figure it out. He's a top bloke, he's funny, he's handsome, he can sing. What's the story? So, it's fair to say that my friendship with Simon has been the longest non-biological relationship of his life. And then it struck me while writing this speech. I have Indonesian heritage. Candice has Chinese heritage. All the other girls in relationships and dates were all 100% Caucasian. We're part Asian. Simon has a type. So, Candice, for this last section, I would like you to step up to the stage, please. Because I am technically not a Baldock, I cannot welcome you to the Baldock family, although Kim and Sharon have always treated me as family. However, during our teens and 20s, Simon probably spent as much time, if not more, at the Matthews household than he did at his own. So he's always been one of ours. So I would like to extend to you the welcome of being the latest member of the Matthews family. So, to conclude, there is no doubt in my mind that Simon will be as wonderful a life partner and soulmate to you as he has been to me. And it's not just because of your Asian heritage. In the 30-odd years that we've been friends, which includes our formative years, 18 months backpacking around the world, working shitty jobs, playing hundreds of gigs in front of thousands of people, and countless hours of laughing together, I have never seen him happier than when he's with you. His grin has never been wider since when you said yes to marrying him. So I feel it is my duty to pass on the torch. So with gratitude and love for the love that you bring to this fine young man, and with my blessing, I would like to extend to you this symbolic baton of the preeminent role of being my brother's keeper.
What a speech. Can we give it a hand for Amiel? All right, we're going to continue with the speeches. However, we do have a bit of a cringy tradition in Australia. We have not had a big kiss from the bride and groom for a little while, so let's get them to kiss. Let's have a big old cheer. Bride and groom, please. Again, cheer. All right, we're going to move on over to the number one best man, brother of the groom, over to Dale.
Hello, everybody. Hi. For those who have not yet had a chance to say hi to, my name's Dale. I'm Simon's big brother and his best man. And can I just start by saying that seeing Simon so close to a beach in a suit instead of a wetsuit, it proves just how special tonight is. I think it takes something pretty important for him to trade his board shorts for a suit jacket and bow tie. I actually think it's quite fitting that we're here celebrating this couple on the beach today. This couple who's at home as they are with their feet in the sand, as they are riding the waves of life together. But before I dive in, I'd just like to thank our families and friends who've gathered from all corners of the world to celebrate today, to Candice's family and friends who've come from the US, to Mum and Dad, Sharon and Kim, our family, everyone else who's made the journey, those back home who send their love, and those who are here with us in spirit. Thank you for raising and supporting such incredible people in Simon and Candice. And a very special shout out goes to Candice's sister, Elizabeth, who, upon first meeting me, assumed that I was the younger brother. Elizabeth, you've already taken top spot on my favourite in-laws list. Being Simon's best man is an honour, but capturing him in a speech, that's like trying to catch a wave that never ends. Or, if you've ever seen me try to surf, trying to catch a wave. Simon is many things and has many talents. He's a firefighter, a surfer, a musician, a singer. He's been an aquatics instructor, a guitar teacher, a scuba diver. But he's more than just an impressive and, frankly, somewhat exhausting sounding resume. He's a great friend to many. He's a cousin, a nephew, a grandson, a second favourite son to Mum and Dad. And especially, as a little brother to me and a big brother to our sister Carly, he's been an ally, a partner in adventure, and a true champ. And now, he's diving into his most exciting role yet, a husband. And knowing Simon, he'll embrace this role with exactly the same energy, passion, and humour that he brings to everything. Simon has a big heart, a fierce loyalty, and the ability to make everyone around him feel welcome. Whether you've known him for years or 5 minutes, he'll make you feel like you've always belonged. His kind nature and truly ridiculous sense of humour can turn any moment into one filled with laughter. Growing up in Goa, on the river and the coast, again, surrounded by water, was a wonderful place for me, Simon and Carly to grow up. We spent our days sailing on the river, camping in many a leaky tent, or all of us just sitting up in Mum and Dad's bed on a weekend, eating toast, watching cartoons. And while we had a lot of things in common, there were some differences. I was the cautious child, carefully assessing the risk in every situation, testing the strength of the tree branch we were about to climb, checking the depth of the hole we were about to jump over on our bikes. Simon, on the other hand, was already airborne. A big grin on his face, hoping for the best. Carly, the smallest of the three, always right behind us, would carefully observe the outcome of the endeavour before deciding which big brother to follow this time. And while Simon would often end up with a scrape or a bruise or a broken bone to show for the caper, it wouldn't faze him. He'd brush himself off, patch himself up, and off he'd go again, headlong into the next escapade, be it careening down the next big sand dune, or racing around the paddock on his motorbike, or getting stuck up the tallest tree he could find. Simon's fearlessness, big-hearted nature, and endless curiosity have always been an inspiration to me, and I'm pretty sure that Carly would say the same. She was always Simon's #1 fan at his music gigs, up front of the crowd. He managed to sneak her into the hotel, I'm pretty sure before she was 18 years old, and together they travelled the world, the US, Thailand, and further afield. Simon's courage to chase new experiences has taught me that life is best lived when you jump in head first, although I'd probably still opt to wear a helmet. He's shown me that embracing the unknown can lead to some of life's greatest adventures. Simon's sense of adventure has taken him many places. At the age of 18, he was the first person in our family to get a passport, get a backpack, and take off around the world. First, as a summer camp counselor in the US, and then further afield, collecting many experiences and stories. Some shared, and some, I suspect, best left untold. And of course, it was on one of Simon's more recent adventures that he made a particularly unexpected and wonderful discovery. Candice. Simon and Candice's story began on a date in LA, on the edge of the Pacific, in a city known for its endless sunshine, waves, and traffic. Candice, you must have seen something remarkable in my little brother, because you moved across an ocean for him, trading palm trees for gum trees, LA's sunny streets for Glenelg sandy shores. And that's the kind of leap that only true love inspires. And I'm pretty sure I speak on behalf of my whole family when I say that we can't be happier that you did. Since then, watching your relationship grow has been incredible. Candice, you're the only person I know whose surfboard collection rivals Simon's. And I think that says everything. You brought creativity, warmth, and spirit that matches Simon's stride for stride. Whether you're strumming a ukulele duet, hiking a trail, or pouring a concrete benchtop, you take on every adventure with the same joy and teamwork. Together, you are, without doubt, the perfect match. Simon, you're an amazing brother. I'm so proud of the man that you've become and of the partner that you've found in Candice. Today, surrounded by this beach, you've chosen the most important person to share life's ocean with. A relationship is a bit like surfing, at least from what I know of it. You paddle out together, wait for the right moment, and when that perfect wave comes, you ride it for as long as you can, knowing that the other person is right there beside you. Simon and Candice, congratulations. May you navigate the waters with grace, tackle the waves with style, and always find joy in the ride.
Wow, thank you, Dale. That was an amazing and beautiful speech to your younger brother. And yeah, you do look younger than him. I'm backing you, Elizabeth. Now, Simon, I believe you're coming up, and Candice, Simon's #1 fan, as opposed to #2. We've all been there, mate.
All right, Candice is going to start.
Firstly, I want to thank all of my parents, existing and new, who have helped to facilitate this celebration today. Without you all, this quite literally would not exist. Thank you to my mom and dad, my family, who no matter how dysfunctional and bizarre we are together and individually, have loved me and supported me every day of my life, even if I wasn't aware. My brother, who has helped teach me how to take a verbal jab, and sister, who has always been my fierce defender and best friend. My aunties and uncles and cousins who have nudged me along the way, a professor who became a mentor and then a friend, our officiant, Will, hilarious, whiz-bang smart, and considerably well-dressed.
and the Venice crew, who are quite literally the best on the west coast of California. Thank you to all of you for every moment we've had together. It has shaped me into the person worthy of my husband and worthy to join his family and chosen family of friends. I am honored. Thank you.
Now, as you can expect with a wedding, you've got plenty of time on your hands, and I wrote out a really good thank you speech for everybody who came here, and I listed everybody off, and then I sat in the pool for a while. So my speech is a little bit more impromptu than Candice's. I want to say thank you very much for spending the time and the effort to get over here. You know that you are our nearest and dearest, and it really does show it to us how much effort you put into being a part of our lives. I can't tell you how many people tonight have said how good the other people that they've met is. It's amazing. I think people being caught at airports has been a blessing in disguise. People sharing boats out to surf. It fills me with so much pleasure to look around and see my fiery family, my Venice family, my brother and sister, my best friend, my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, my parents. Like, it is the best feeling. If you ever get the chance, you should do it. Stand up here and have a party in your honor of all your favorite people. It's by far the best thing I've ever done. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, how much you guys mean to us. It's awesome. So thank you. And please, I've been reminded as well tonight, don't stress the small things, the things that go like overtime or under. I haven't eaten a thing and I don't care. I really don't. I think it was amazing. But my biggest thing for the wedding when we were putting it on was going to have a really good dance floor because, as Ami says, I really like a party. I've really been looking forward to these guys. I know how good the musicians they are and thank them very much for waiting because you get married hopefully once. And these were the speeches I wanted to hear. I thank you for waiting and like really enduring through them because I know it's not easy to listen to 30 minutes of speeches, but it means a lot to me that you guys have been here and done what you have done. And we're about to dance for you and we're going to tear it up. Okay, so thank you. And a big round of applause for the guys that have jumped in and helped, like Will, Dylan, Jack. They thought they were coming over here for a holiday, but they've been pivotal to all the things going on tonight, so thank you.
All right, let's hear it again for our bride and groom. All right, so it is my greatest privilege to introduce the newlyweds, Simon and Candice, and their first dance.
Makes me feel so fine, I can't control my brain. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. You're on gonna see in the memory. Place a car your own, whichever is on an island in the sun, with the dancing, having fun, and it makes me feel so fine. I can't control my breath. Hit, hit. Hit, hit. Hit, hit. Hit, hit. On the island in the sun, dancing, having fun, and it makes me feel so good. I can't control my brain. Hit, hit. Hit, hit. Hit, hit.
Rightio. So now we're going to invite Ben and Sharon to dance with their respective son and daughter with their first dance as new in-laws.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, and the dreams that you dream of once in a lullaby. Oh, somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, and the dreams that you dream of, why, oh why can't I? Oh, well someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me. Oh, when trouble melts like lemon drops high above the chimney tops, that's where you'll find me. Oh, somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, and the dreams that you dream of, why, oh why can't I? Oh, oh, well, someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me. Oh, when trouble melts like lemon drops high above the chimney tops, that's where you'll find me. Oh, somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, the dreams that you dream of. Why, oh why can't oh, well, someday I wish upon a star. Wake up with the clouds are far behind me. Oh, the trouble melts like lemon drops high above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Oh, somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, and the dreams that you dream of. Why, oh why can't oh, oh, do you remember 21st night of September? Love is changing the minds of pretending while chasing the clouds of wind. Our hearts are beating in the key that the souls are singing as we dance in the night. Remember how the stars of the night away. Come on. Party on, steady and remember. Party on, dancing in September. Party on, never was a cloudy day. My thoughts have been there, holding hands, either hard to see you. Only blue time of love, remember how many lovers see you stay. Now December, find a love that be shared to September. Only blue time of love, remember true love is shared day. Party up, steady and remember. Party up, dancing in September. Party up, never was a cloudy day. So now December, find a love that we share to September. Only blue time of love, remember true love is shared day. Party up, city you remember. Party up, dancing in September. Party up, never was a cloudy day. Well, it's a party up, city you remember. Party up, dancing in September. Oh, what a day. Late December back in '63. What a very special time for me. 'Cause I remember what a night. Oh, what a night. You know, I didn't even know her name, but I was never gonna be the same. What a